So we are on relationship advice number 6. And tonight I want to introduce something different with our relationship advice. Let's start doing hashtags. So we're going to do hashtag for each situation. So if you go on Twitter and you put in blonde.bombshell that you watched this video, you can put a hashtag for the situation that I know you're talking about. And that way I can also refer to you guys as the hashtag that I gave you. This first one is hashtag wrong. WRONG. I'm writing to you because there's this amazing woman who is scared to trust in love. She has shut the idea of love down. How do I make her see that she needs to take another chance on me? When yes, I was the one that screwed up. When yes, I walked away when I shouldn't have. Yes, I even lied to her to push her away. But now I realize that I was the problem. I guess I got hit with one of those black cast iron skillets that you talk about so much. I want to apologize. I really want to make things work. Do you think that I even stand a chance? Again, this is hashtag wrong. I would say in life we always have chances. But it's the fear that prevents us from taking the chance. The fear of rejection, the fear of, okay, what if this doesn't go well? What if she screams and shouts? What if I get kicked in the, grapefruits? You get thinking about that and you're like more scared than to actually act on it. But you never know how it's going to work out unless you take that opportunity to actually do it. But when you apologize, it can't just be you apologizing for being the total jackass that you were. What you got to do is be the bigger man, go up to the door, not alone. I would say with a thinking of you card. Also maybe something that she collects, that you know that she collects. And if you have no idea what she collects, then what you need to do is go to one of her friends and say, hey, you know her. What does she collect? So I can get myself out of the doghouse. And she may break, throw, scream before she even talks to you. But the thing of it is, she may be, and that may be what you think in your own head without seeing or giving her the opportunity to talk to her. I'm not trying to scare you off from making an apology. If you want to make an apology, that's your business. But here's the deal. If she's been hurt in the past, all that stuff that's going on up here, she's probably scared to go, what's he doing here? Is he going to yell at me? Is he going to scream? Is he going to hit me? She may have some abuse from her past that is preventing her from getting in contact with you. So look at both sides of the coin. But if you really care, the bottom line, nothing she says or does or anything like outside interference of any kind will bother your thoughts and feelings for that woman. And you'll be the better man and you will apologize. Sorry, I get a little bit telltale, but here we go. The next is bombshell fuss and fight hashtag. I've been dating my girl for 3 years. Lately, she doesn't understand that my job, I work long, hard hours at my job to pay the bills. Anyway, when we get time together, she wants to argue or say things that confuse me. And then we end up feuding like, I love you, but I can't be around you right now. I know that on those talk shows, they would say she is cheating. Do you really think she is? How should I handle this? Help. This is a communication thing, okay? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, that kind of deal. You need to sit her down and say like Jeff Foxworthy even says, he apologizes before he even knows what he's apologizing for. That's what you need to do. Sit her down, look her in the eye, go, I am apologizing for anything that I have done, said, or might do in the future. And then go from there. I guarantee you're going to get a little giggle out of her, and she may even tell you, okay, I was overreacting. I wasn't thinking, and this affected my day, and I took it out on you, and I am so sorry. Worst case scenario, okay? I don't see her going like, I am so done with you. I told you to leave me alone, and you didn't. Because she's a very nice person. So you just need to give her a little breathing room, but at the same time, show her that you're caring and you're concerned and that you're got a compassionate heart and you're there for her more than anything. Okay, this is hashtag tangled up in technology. Dear Bombshell, my girl won't stop looking at her cell phone on dates when we go out. I ask her to on the last date when I took her out, I said, please take your phone and leave it to the side of the table. She gave me a death glare. She said, I'm talking to a family member or a close friend is what I usually hear from her. And I asked her, let's place it on the table, in the middle of the table. I'm messing this one up because I can't read my own handwriting. While we eat, and she gets agitated, thinking that while we eat, she got agitated. I'm thinking she wants a relationship with her phone and not me. Do you think this is the case? I think more than anything, relationships and cell phones, technology can be the biggest misunderstanding in our society. We can send a text message and not actually mean it, or mean it for it to come off the way it sounds. But in your case, where you're sitting there trying to have a conversation with her and she's tied up with whatever, I'm wondering where her intentions lie with you. I would say have a heart-to-heart with her before she picks up the phone. And while you're sitting there, I want to know really, after she put the phone down and ate, obviously, what was her reaction right after she got done eating? Did she sit there and talk with you, or did she sit and pick up the phone? That would be my question to you. If you want to get back to me on that, I would greatly appreciate it. But I would say be very careful, put your guard up, because she might be cheating. Dear Bombshell, hashtag mama's boy. My man is a mama's boy. At first it didn't bother me. However, now it's become worse. We have been dating for 4 months. I'm 21. He is 21 and I am 20. Okay, so she's younger. And yet he texts his mom all the time where we are, what we're doing, like going to the movies, the name of the movie, the time that the movie starts, where we will be eating at. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't share more of the intimate details that happened between us. Is there a way to approach this without hurting his feelings, but letting him know that I love him? First and foremost, that's the first time I've ever seen any of these things say I love him. Next, you're going to have to talk about boundaries with him. That you two have a bond, okay? Mama doesn't need to be a part of that bond. Nope. And she's going to have to learn that when you go out on a date, you tell her one thing. Where you're going, what time. You don't even tell what time you're leaving. Just where you're going and when you'll be back. And that's all. You don't need to tell her that where you're going to be at from this time to that place. Doesn't have to get into details. Just say, I'm going. We're going to enjoy ourselves. I'll come back. So that's the way I would look at it. Okay, it looks like we got 2 more Dear Bombshells, and then we're heading right over to the question and answer session. Dear Bombshell, lately I asked my man what's wrong. I dislike country music, but what's that old song? If you've got leaving on your mind, go ahead and get it over. He seems distracted, looking off into space. I have to say his name repeatedly to even get his attention. Please advise. Hashtag lost in space. Well, lost in space, I'm with you. If he's got leaving on his mind, go ahead and get it over. Patsy Cline said it well. However, you got to be the one to be like, okay, look, let's just have an honest to God, you and me conversation. Whatever's weighing heavy on your mind, is it something to do with your job? Is it something to do with your family? Is there something you want to tell me? Approach it from that angle. Do not go up to him and be like, I know this is going on. You're cheating on me, so who you cheating with? What's her name? Because if you do, he's going to take the opposite answer and give you some fake woman's name, tell you about something going on that ain't going on at all, because he's already offended by you thinking that it is, so he's going to push you out of his life because obviously that's what you wanted. So just saying, be not accusing, be like informative question and answer session with him, and I'm pretty sure it will go okay. Dear Bombshell, question, frightened to fall in love, or not question, hashtag, excuse me, hashtag, frightened to fall in love. During my first date, I met the most handsome devil God has ever graced this earth. However, he says right away, I usually don't date brunettes. My ex was a brunette. To me, he's saying I'm a mistake before we even eat. What is your take on this? My take on it is, don't put too much water into that bucket of thought. He may just be telling you that to see if you're going to fly off the handle and be like, well, you compare me to your ex. You want to be with your ex and not me. Just take a calm, level-headed approach and go, shrug it off first. Secondly, go, well, that's nice. Do you want to talk about, I wouldn't say talk about your ex. I would say, be like, you want to tell me what happened. That way you can see and judge for yourself if there's more problems going to go forth, or if he's actually going to give you an honest-to-God chance and not compare you to his ex. Because you don't want to be compared to the ex. You want nothing to be like his ex. You want to be your own self. That is all of our relationship question and advice. Number 6, remember those hashtags. Hashtag wrong. Hashtag fuss and fight. Hashtag tangled up in technology. Hashtag lost in space. And hashtag frightened to fall in love. So you make sure that you get your opinion said about what you would do on these relationships as well. Thank you for watching. We're going to get right to those question and answers right now.